Pop quiz. Which one of these two diamonds is real? If you guessed this one, you'd be wrong. This is cubic zirconia. But if you guess this one, you are also wrong. This is actually white sapphire. Despite looking almost indistinguishable from an actual diamond, these two gemstones and a few others are far cheaper. A white sapphire is about $50 to $200 per carat, while the nearly identical lookalike cubic zirconia is only $30 per carat. Compare that to a diamond, which the prices range of course, but is around $4,000 per carat. So why are diamonds so expensive? Well, it's not because of rarity or even gemstone quality. In fact, sapphires are much rarer than diamonds, interestingly enough. What you may or may not know is that the price and culture around diamonds is a fabricated marketing scheme stretching all the way back to the late 1800s. In today's video, we will learn exactly how this monopoly was pulled off and some other cool facts about gemstones. Let's hit it. Southern Africa is the world's biggest diamond producer. In countries like Botswana, South Africa, and Namibia, geological formations known as kimberlite pipes are commonly found. In the 1870s, some of these kimberlite pipes were discovered to bear diamonds, which sparked a massive diamond rush. It resulted in a huge flood of diamonds on the market, tanking their price and value. This had huge effects on the diamond mining industry and resulted in major layoffs and some mining operations just straight up closing. This was a wake-up call to operations that did survive. The system they currently operated on was just not working and something needed to change. So it did. Some of these operations acquired leases from other mining operations and merged. And eventually all the diamond mines joined together, consolidating all their leases and marketing their diamonds through a single entity known as De Beers. This effectively made De Beers the only producer of diamonds in the world, controlling about 80 to 85% of diamond production at the time. And they intended to keep it that way. Apparently, De Beers even outright bought newly discovered diamonds or attempted to bring the owner into the company Goliath. Some De Beers agents even bought diamonds from private or independent prospectors. What's that? Whoa, a diamond? Hello, I'm with De Beers. We would like to purchase your diamond. I'm literally in a cave. What door did you even knock on? This set in stone De Beers' monopoly on the diamond market, which would last for over 100 years. However, there's a lot more to the story than just a bunch of miners joining together. In the next chapter, we'll learn about the marketing and fabricated culture of diamonds. In order to make diamonds as artificially valuable as they are today, De Beers launched a very clever marketing campaign that still exists to this day. The first step was creating the image that diamonds were rare and valuable. To do this, De Beers would carefully release diamonds into the market, only releasing enough to meet consumer demand. This gave the idea that diamonds were much rarer than they actually are. In fact, diamonds as a mineral are one of the most common gemstones. But the much more effective marketing tactic was establishing a diamond as a sign of love and commitment. It would be almost unthinkable in the modern day to propose to your anime waifu without a diamond ring. One of the most iconic slogans launched by De Beers was "A diamond is forever," which was named the best marketing slogan of the 20th century. Because of these two factors, diamonds were able to artificially increase in value. It's not a new phenomenon to present your bride with riches and valuables, but marketing diamonds as a gemstone of commitment and love cemented its place in the market. This also inherently associated diamonds with wealth and status. Diamonds were the key choice to be made the valuable gemstone because of their durability, being known as one of the hardest materials on earth. This meant they wouldn't wear down over time and would be everlasting, tying into the love and commitment idea. And as I already explained, they are very common and inexpensive to mine. This culture around diamonds still lasts to this very day, and likely will for a long time. But De Beers didn't have an absolute monopoly over diamonds forever. So what happened? For nearly 80 years, De Beers had an absolute monopoly on the industry. But in the 1960s, the Soviet-Russian government started dumping poor quality diamonds onto the market. De Beers was forced to concede to hold their control on the market, so they agreed to purchase the Russian stock. This resulted in a really interesting situation where a communist government quietly dealt with a monopolistic capitalist entity, while also publicly criticizing De Beers for operating in a capitalist society. With good marketing, however, De Beers was able to sell the diamonds, and it survived a major threat to their diamond market. But that didn't last long because 20 years later, in the 1980s, a large deposit was discovered in Australia. At first, they agreed to sell the diamonds to De Beers, but eventually grew unsatisfied with their own profits and decided to market the diamonds individually. Afterwards, other deposits were found in Canada and they decided to follow suit. This effectively broke up the De Beers cartel, with lots of independent mines deciding to sell their own diamonds. And to deal the final blow, in 2004, the government brought an antitrust case against De Beers, which cost them a whopping $295 million. De Beers, once holding an iron grip on the diamond industry, fell from roughly 90% control to 30%. What's even more interesting though is that the diamond prices have actually risen much faster since De Beers lost control. But there's one last piece of the puzzle I'd like to discuss. Let's cover that next. In 1954, lab-grown gemstones were invented using the HPHT method. According to withclarity.com, the method consisted of this. The HPHT diamond formation process begins with a small diamond seed that is placed into pure carbon. The diamond seed is exposed to intense pressure and heat. The carbon melts and a diamond begins to form around the seed. The substance is carefully cooled to form a diamond. This process advanced over time, and by the 70s, gem-quality synthetic diamonds were hitting the market. These lab-grown gemstones were far cheaper and easier to produce, as well as being more humane and looking much cleaner. This resulted in a lot of pushback with stakeholders in the gem industry. They were forced to market natural gems as more valuable in order to keep their business. This sort of factored into the rarity and superficial natural drive for diamonds, which was not inherently launched by De Beers. Lab-grown diamonds were now seen as fake and inauthentic, or otherwise worthless. However, the differences between a fake and real gemstone are really small, and you have to know all the tiny little things in order to actually even notice a difference. And just a little fun fact to add on. Fake gemstones are so cheap that with like $1,000 worth of lab-grown gems and a time machine, you could probably own a kingdom back in the day. So that's all the story there is to tell about diamonds. The monopoly, the marketing, and all of that. I hope you learned something new, and hopefully you see right through the diamond industry as I do. To finish off this video, I wanted to make a small bonus segment about really cool gemstones. I think it goes without saying that gems are very beautiful and cool, and there's so many to discuss. So here are my top 10 favorite gemstones. By the way, some of these have exotic names, so excuse my pronunciation. At number 10 is ruby zoisite. Not only does it have this really rich pink color, it also looks like a watermelon. Actually, the only reason I actually put this on here is because it looks like a watermelon. At number 9 is red beryl. This has a really rich magenta color, which looks really pretty. At number 8 is cubic zirconia. Yes, the diamond lookalike. I still think it's really beautiful and has this little rainbow tint, which makes it look very shiny and pretty. Number 7 is hessonite garnet. This either looks like a really cool and impressive pattern or a painting you'd find at Target. I mean, just look at it. This is so awesome. It's honestly amazing that patterns like this can naturally occur. Number 6 is dravite. I don't really know what else to say besides, you know, it looks cool. The colors are very pretty, and this sort of cubic shape always looks awesome on gemstones. Number 5 is rainbow obsidian. Do I really need to explain why this is cool? Number 4 is chrysocolla. This is insanely beautiful. The pattern on it is mesmerizing, mixed with these enchanting blue colors. I would honestly want one of these. Number 3 is ammonite. This is a fossilized shell that gives off a rainbow tint. It's freaking cool, and it looks like some sort of legendary item. At number 2 is blue-green tourmaline. I mean, just look at this. It's absolutely gorgeous. The colors are so pretty and vibrant, it almost looks like a nature painting, and again, it's extremely impressive that stuff like this just naturally occurs. And number 1, opal. I love opal. It's so beautiful. The rainbow color is so pretty, and it looks extremely valuable. Wait. Oh, yeah, that's probably because it is. Okay, what? $25 million and an $18 delivery fee? Seriously? You can't waive the delivery fee on this? Well, that's all for this video. I love gemstones, they're really cool. And learning about marketing schemes like with the diamonds will never not be fascinating to me. Of course, feel free to add any corrections or additional info, and subscribe if you made it this far. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.